as you can see from the thumbnail, I graduated and I finished my Masters of Primary School Teaching. It was a really tough 2 years. There were so many stints where, because I live at home and I work on the weekends, there were so many stints where I'd be doing my homework on the train home, on the bus home. In the morning at the bus stop, I'd be doing my homework, writing those essays all the time. There was stretches where, for the longest stretch, there was 13 weeks where I didn't actually get a day off, and it was crazy. I would lose my mind, and I'd have that day off, and I couldn't even relax because I'd just be like, oh, I've got to do stuff. But as you can see from that thumbnail, finally graduating, and let me talk you through the graduation day because it was so much fun. So here's some shots of my different family members that were there. It was really cool to wear, the robes and to have the dress hat and everything. Ceremony was amazing. There were some opera singers. I was in this beautiful sort of royal exhibition building where I've got this quick clip from my phone. It wasn't the best, but it was the only camera I had in the actual exhibition building, so I'll show you that snippet now. And as you can see from these other slides, the weather was beautiful, my family and I were so happy, and all my friends were there as well getting graduated, and we were just so happy that it was all over. It was such a really special day, and in this course I've learned so much about myself and learned so much about teaching as well. So you'll find that in the next, every single teaching lesson video that I do, I don't film blocks at a time anymore. I don't film 30 at once and then patter them out. I film them one at a time, and each is going to get better and better and better each time. But what I'm so excited about is it was such a tough 2 years, but I've learned so much. It basically felt like a 4-year degree in 2 years. There was so much information, and I've learned so much about myself, about how other students learn, how to communicate better. And I'm actually going to make a whole video on that, about what I've learned from a $40,000 master's degree, because it's expensive, but I learned so much, and that knowledge is invaluable to me anyway. But yes, so it's so much fun, finally graduated, so good. Let's rewind, let's start the story at the beginning. Now I know that 10 years sounds like a long time, and well, that's because it is. It's such a long time. When I finished high school, I knew two things. I loved music, and I had a passion for helping people and teaching people along that sort of helping people lines. Those are the two things that I knew. Straight out of the gate, I'd only been playing guitar for a couple of months through high school. Straight after high school, I went into my first music school. I did a certificate of music, I did another certificate of music, I did a diploma of music. And then the performance, I always struggled performing, but really it wasn't the sort of overall that I was lacking the ability or anything like that. It was mainly just because I'd only been playing, for at that point 2 years. And so I was already studying at quite a higher level, but only playing for quite a short amount of time. So it just became quite tricky, and I thought, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do this. So then I changed, and I went from sort of learning about music and learning about guitar and teaching, completely swapped over to audio engineering. Instead of being in the studio playing or on the stage playing, I was behind the scenes, mixing, recording, and mixing those people and engineering those people on stage and in the studio. So I went from one room to the next. But after that, I completed the course, and I thought, no, I miss playing too much. I miss teaching too much. I thought that I was maybe not good enough. I thought that was the reason why. But no, after that year of audio engineering, I realized, no, my passion is definitely playing, and my passion is definitely teaching. I did a music degree. I studied so hard every single day, playing for hours and hours on day, and learning more about teaching styles, helping people. And again, throughout this period, I was always teaching. I always had private students, and I was always making these videos as well. As soon as I finished my degree, I went into straight music teaching, was full-time teaching music at 10 different schools all around the local suburbs that live close to me. And as much as I loved teaching music, it would almost get me burnt out in a little way. I'd come home, and this is literally for Monday to Friday, 9 till sort of 4 o'clock. But this is teaching 9 till 4 straight. I would maybe have a half an hour break during the day, but I would teach students every half an hour. Sometimes 2 students at once in half an hour. If you can work out how many students that is every day, times that by 5. I had a lot of students at so many different schools. I'd come home and I'd be burnt out on music. I wouldn't want to play. I wouldn't want to record. It was all just becoming a little bit too much. So then I thought, all right, well maybe it's the teaching aspect that I love, but it's not the music aspect. And so I thought, okay, well what can I do? So then I started thinking, okay, maybe teaching. maybe teaching is what I really love. And it really is, and it comes all the way back to the start. I love music, and I love teaching and helping people. So then I went back to university again, but this time I started a master's. And now here we are, some 10 years later, I have just completed my master's of primary school teaching. Now specifically primary school teaching and not high school teaching, but I just think that's where my best sort of strengths lie. And that's certainly not to say I'm not going to be teaching music anymore, it's just I love teaching so much that I want to be able to teach everything. So now I can teach music, I can teach general, I can teach science, I can teach sport, I can teach absolutely everything in that primary school level. So now it's so great because now, work is going to be so much fun because I might teach music one day, I might teach phys ed another day, I might teach science another day, I might be in a general classroom the next day. It just opens up so many more options. And the best thing is, it means that I'll never ever get burnt out again on music, because that was a scary 2 years where I was just teaching full time. I would play sort of on weekends, I'd play, I'd make the YouTube videos and I'd play every now and again. I'd still do a little bit of writing, a little bit of performing, but I was starting to lose that passion. It was because I was just getting burnt out from so many students. But now, I've finished my master's, it's been 10 years now, and I'm so excited for the next chapter. The next chapter is all about only doing what I want to do. And I only want to play music, make these videos for you guys, and teach. And finally I'm at a stage in my life where I can only do those 3 things. It's so good. I never thought I'd be in a position where I could just do what I love every day, and I'm finally there, and it's so good, and I'm so happy. And thank you to each and every one of you, because this channel has really grown. At the start of the year we had 20,000, we've doubled that, we're over 40,000 now. In January, February we'll get to about 50,000. Who knows by the end of next year. It's so exciting, and I love making videos and the comments between us. It's so much fun. But this video was all about just telling you my history, and I'm so excited I'm finally done. I know 10 years is such a long time to study, but I was always passionate about learning. I always want to get better. I want to be the best teacher. I want to be the best YouTube teacher. I want to be the best vlogger that I can be. I want to be, have the best music that I can. I don't want my music to be classified as anybody else's or better than somebody else's. I just want it to be the best that I can be, and every release get better, every video get better. That's what it's all about. I didn't really enjoy primary school or high school. When I was in it, I certainly struggled. I didn't really get along with the teachers, but I still have this passion for learning, this thirst of wanting to know everything. So it's so much fun being able to teach everything and then being able to learn more about photography, videos, sound, and everything, and putting it all together is just a dream come true. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming along this journey. This channel's been going for so many years now, and I can't wait to show you the next chapter. But that's a big life update on what's going on. What about you? Are you passionate about something? Have you studied before? Have you done anything for 10 years before? Pretty excited to start the next chapter, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. Alright, here we go.